What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm so glad you're here. Today we're doing something a little bit different. I'm super excited about today because we're out at a different range. We're actually out in my backyard and we're going to be shooting crossbows. Let's go check it out. Now, if you're anything like me, you love shooting pretty much anything that has a trigger to it. Now, since I was a little kid, I've always loved crossbows. I always thought they were super cool. So I brought a few out today. The first one we're going to start out with is the CenterPoint XR175. It's a 175-pound draw. It's a recurve. It's not your normal typical crossbow, but let's see how well she performs. I've got a couple of targets set up downrange. First thing we're going to do is check for accuracy. Alright, so instead of going down there every single time and checking to make sure that they hit the mark, because they did, we'll check on those here in a minute. I'm going to shoot all three of them first. Next up, the Whitetail Hunter STR. This came from Walmart for $360. So you can pick these up relatively cheap. So let's check this thing out, see how accurate she is. Alright, the last one we're going to shoot is the TenPoint Titan SS. Everybody sees TenPoint and they know the dollar signs are coming. This thing is a $1,200 crossbow. It better be accurate. Alright, let's see how well she placed. Alright, well, we're right around 0 on all of these, so I'm pretty comfortable with how accurate they are. I was a little bit surprised because the Whitetail Hunter from Walmart actually went in a lot further than the rest of them did, and she stayed a lot more accurate when I'm out practicing than any of the other two. As I expected, the recurve, it didn't go in that far. It's only a 175-pound draw, so I wasn't expecting a lot, but at least I know I'm on point. Let's go shoot some real targets. Alright, first thing we're going to shoot at is the body armor. I want to see how well these things do, because so far all the handguns stopped on this thing. The rifles went straight through. Let's see what crossbows can do. Well, that didn't go through anything. Let's step it up, go for the whitetail, and see what it can do. Next up is the Titan SS from TenPoint. Alright, let's go check it out. As I expected, the recurve is not that strong. It stopped right away. The TenPoint, it looks like it stopped in the Kevlar. But the Walmart one, surprising enough, made it all the way through into the back. It didn't puncture, it stopped right at the fabric, but it stopped it. Let's change it up. Next up, water jugs. Let's see if this will slow them down. There comes a time in every man's life when something works out just right. Even just once in a great while, I'm okay with it. I thought maybe I had missed and I was going to take another shot when I realized that it made it through all four and stopped in the fourth. Let's see what the other ones can do. Alright, next up is the TenPoint. Let's see what happens. Let's go check it out. Well, this made it a little bit further. It made it through the first jug. It stopped here on the second, third, and fourth. It came out about 10 inches. So I'm okay with that. Well, it's still got water in these things. Let's shoot the other one. Last up, the Whitetail STR. I changed the order of these things based on impact instead of price. I started out with the cheapest and went to the most expensive because I thought that was going to be how they performed. I was wrong. So far, the Walmart is doing all right. Let's go check it out. All right, just like I expected, is a clean through. All the way through the water. It did hit. The arrows were stopping the water from running out. So, as you can see, one, get the arrows out. Two, the TenPoint stopped here. Three, and then your whitetail hunter all the way over here. All right, well, water's not stopping anything, which I'm glad at because I brought a bunch of other targets out. Let's change them up. Yeah. Next up, clay pots. Let's see how many it takes to stop a crossbow now. I've got 10 set up. Let's see what happens. All right, so since the whitetail hunter seems to have the most power, I'm going to use it to see how many clay pots we can get through with one bolt. No. Clay pots are stupid anyway. Well, I made it through body armor. Clay pots are dumb, and I don't like them. Let's see what a steel water tank will do. This thing is nice and sturdy. It's not as thick as a propane tank, but I don't think these things are gonna go through. Only one way to find out. All right, I got my water tank set up down there. We're gonna start out weakest to strongest, just like we've done on all the rest of them. CenterPoint first. Well, at least something broke. Next up, TenPoint. I may have found something that'll stop stuff. Next up, the whitetail. I think we made it in. Let's check it out. Well, one got shattered. One just bounced off. And one made it all the way through to the other side. That is awesome. That's about a half inch sticking out the other side. And it's a permanent fixture. Great. Well, when I was making this video, I didn't really know what to expect. I didn't expect the middleman from Walmart to make it through the tank or be the best performer out of the three. To be honest, I was expecting a little bit more out of the TenPoint. This is something my dad got me. He got it with the mechanical stringer, which I never use. Broke the string on it, just never got it fixed. So I reloaded the way everybody else reloads, with a rope. And I was expecting a little bit better. It's a little inconsistent when it comes to shooting. It may have been the TenPoint sight that came with the crossbow. I don't know. It may just be me. It's a lot heavier than the other two, so that may play a factor in too. This guy, I hate it. I hate it. CenterPoint, I hate your recurve crossbow. I was setting these things up and I was sighting these things in, and the locking nut at the end of the arm worked itself loose by about 10 or 12 arrows, and this thing just fell apart. I hate it, and I'll never get it again. Barnett I was really surprised. It came in, like I said, in the middle in the price range, about $350, $360 is what I got this thing for. It's set a little bit stronger. Almost everything is carbon fiber. The scope is from Halo, and everything on it, the pistol grip, the trigger, everything is comfortable and it fits perfectly in my hand. I love this crossbow. Well, that's all I've got for you today. Thank you so much for coming out and joining me on this little journey and having a little fun with things that I used to love when I was a kid, and I still do today. Crossbows are awesome. Cheaper isn't always better, but the most expensive isn't always the best. And that's a good lesson for me, and hopefully it helps you out with some of your purchases or things that you've got going on in your life later on down the road for you. If you like the channel, please hit the subscribe button, smash the like, let me know in the comments section what do you think I can shoot next, what type of weapon systems you'd like to see on the channel, how you'd like to see this channel grow. I'm always open for options because we're all in this together. So help me out and I'll help you out. As always, thank you so much. Be good.